we can start the session now. So, warm greeting to all participants joining us today for the C-Talk webinar organized by Center for Tropical Biodiversity Conservation, CTBC. On behalf of CTBC, I extend my heartfelt welcome to researchers, students, conservation enthusiasts from across the country and beyond. Obviously, there are many other country people are there, and it is truly inspiring to see such enthusiasm for wildlife science and conservation. At CTBC, we are committed to promoting research-driven conservation and strengthening the scientific capacity and creating meaningful dialogues that bridge science and society. Today's session perfectly reflect that mission. Our theme, Tiger Ecology and Science Behind the Stripes, take us into the fascinating world of one of the most iconic apex predator of our planet, the tiger. Understanding the tiger ecology is not just about studying a species. It is about understanding the landscapes, prey dynamics, habitat connectivity, human-wildlife interaction, biodiversity. It is my great pleasure to introduce today's expert, our speaker, Dr. Anoop Vijayakumar. Dr. Distinguished wildlife researcher and conservation biologist, currently serving as a deputy director at Center for Tropical Biodiversity Conservation in Kerala. He brings extensive expertise in ecological field methodologies, particularly in population estimation of large carnivores and herbivores, bird monitoring protocols, vegetation sampling, habitat assessment, and socio-ecological surveys. He's an expert in EIA now. He is heading the EIA department in CTBC. Over the years, he has contributed to the major conservation and environmental impact assessment project across some of the India's most ecologically significant and vulnerable landscapes, including Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats, and Gir forest landscapes, and some of the other regions like Western Himalayas and coastal regions. So his professional journey includes valuable association with institutions such as Salim Ali Center for Ornithology and Natural History, Periyar Tiger Conservation Foundation, Center of Excellence for Wildlife and Conservation Studies, Tropical Botanical Garden and Research Institutes, and then now in CTBC. So, Dr. Anoop has actively contributed to tiger and co-predator monitoring program in Kerala, conducted research in Gir forest landscape of Gujarat, undertaken wind farm impact assessment in Karnataka, led ecological bird diversity projects in Maharashtra, and particularly an ecological assessment of hydroelectric projects in Himachal. His field expertise across diverse ecosystem gives him uniquely holistic understanding of wildlife ecology and conservation practices. Today, he will take us through the science and underpins tiger ecology from population estimation methods and habitat use pattern to predators. So, I'm confident that his session will not only deepen your scientific understanding, but also inspire stronger commitment towards conservation actions. So with that, I warmly invite Dr. Anoop Vijayakumar to deliver his talk on tiger ecology and science behind the stripes. Dr. Anoop, the virtual floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Harish, for that warm welcome. And good evening, all. And again, thank you for joining. Like so many people have joined, and we are really happy that we can have a good discussion on tiger today. So, as you told, I was working on tigers with when I was in Periyar Tiger Conservation Foundation. For 4 years, I was working on tiger and other carnivores, exclusively on large carnivores in uh, Kerala. So when we discussed about giving a talk So I suggested that I will talk on tiger. Uh, like there are many reasons for that because one of the reason is like we should give awareness on tiger, and also like I love to work on tiger as well. So like let me share my screen first, then we will. And we got like our participants from different with a different education qualification, from BSc and up to PhD, and scientists from different, and also from different states, different countries. So I really don't know what exactly how much knowledge you have on tigers. There may be without zero knowledge, and also like I'm expecting like some experts as well. But still, I'm gonna give you uh, kind of basics, not only ecology, what I am planning actually, some ecology, some history, and some conservation status all together, and like knowledge on methodology. So like that, I'm planning for a 30 minutes talk. So that we also can have some discussion in between. Also, you can ask me. So before starting my presentation, like I just simply want to ask one question, especially young, like yeah, my simple question, simple question. So anyone can answer that globally or subspecies, or you can put that in the comment box. So I will go directly. Then we will see what is the answer and whether it is correct or not. Right. Name Panthera tigris. Also, predator of predator since top of the food web. It's a simple explanation of that. Yeah. So no, I was asking like how many subspecies or how many species of tiger we have in India and globally. So you can just type the answer there. So then we will discuss. Because I really want to know, because that much awareness we are, I mean, we are in the sense the government, NGOs, all scientific community are doing on tigers. So from the 100 people today, so I just want to know how much information we have. Okay, because every time, like when I talk on tigers to students or in with the public or with the scientific community, especially in the colleges or schools, first I ask that. So really, sometime like very all I got. So just asking, some answers are coming. Let's see. And we can call tiger as a so I mean that's like some different terms. Like for example, we can call that umbrella species. Just like kind of we are giving because they are taking care of all other species. So we will see how it is. Or like they are flagship species. Like the just definition, if you put in Google, you will see like even though a very small number of or the abundance of that particular species is less, but they have the what you call crucial role in that ecosystem. If you remove that particular species, the system will collapse. The same way, the keystone also, if we remove that big whole building will be collapsed. So that way we can give the tiger different names. So that's why I'm telling like another like very interesting question I ask to students when I discuss, like especially to school kids, I ask that. So I will tell them like tiger is actually giving us water, whether you are agreeing or not. So they'll tell like how tiger is giving you water. We are not understanding the question like that. And I just want to make sure I'm audible very clearly. Just put a thumb. Am I audible very clearly? Right. Yeah. So the students will be wondering what actually you are like talking about. So I will explain them. Like though as we have the tigers in our forest, simply we are protecting the forest. Okay, keeping them as a flagship species, showing them in front of conservation, we are protecting the forest. So when we the very important thing about tiger is they are very sensitive. That means we have to give them the healthiest ecosystem, then only they can survive. So that means if we want to conserve the tiger, we have to give them the best ecosystem. That means we are protecting the entire ecosystem, the entire species, animal and plants and everything. So when we have a good forest, we will have good catchment area. When we have a good catchment area, we will have water in our river and dam and all. Especially if I talk about the rivers in Kerala, the 44 rivers, all are coming from the Western Ghats only. Okay, so like that, I can easily say in Kerala we are getting water because of tiger. The same way, wherever the tiger ecosystem is there, so that ecosystem we are trying to protect in the name of tiger by what you call like different places. Maybe like we emphasize some species. So tiger is most emphasized species across the globe wherever we have tigers to protect that ecosystem. Okay, so the term ecology means the study of relationships between organisms and environment, tiger and the environment, how they are interacting, what is their prey base, like how they are connected to the ecosystem, and all those things we should have a good knowledge. Then only we can strengthen that. So, like one like only if we strengthen that their requirement, then only we can protect the ecosystem. Okay, so I'll just move. So tigers, the large carnivore, the cat species, we can see different range of ecosystem. We can see them in the evergreen forest. We can see them in the dry deciduous forest. We can see them in the mangroves. We can see them in the like what you call snow areas. Okay, so we can see them in islands. So they are like kind of inhabiting a wide range of ecosystem. Okay, so many species show that. Like even in a recent paper came from Gujarat that the lion from mangrove. So when I see the photo, so that came into my mind because I was the reviewer for that. So I was reading that from Sasan to the coastal mangrove ecosystem, how they are actually traveling. Yeah, that's a different thing. Yes. So we can see them in different habitat. Okay, so now I will just give some ideas, some details about history and how we are connected to tiger. Okay, so it is like culture in our culturally we are very much connected to tiger. So that's the thing, no? Like in any area, the what do you call that charismatic or powerful animal will be connected to the culture and history because any continent you see, any country see there will be a lot of connections. And these are the some like historical paintings from India and neighbor countries. So you can see how, like that much importance like they were giving for the tiger. Okay, in different cultures in India and in the what you call like the neighboring countries and all, wherever tiger used to present and you can see in all that artwork and all the historical book about tigers. And like in some places, especially in central India and all, like people are believing like tiger is protecting their life and ecosystem. Not only in central India, especially the indigenous communities and all, like they actually pray to tiger. When I have personal experience with that, when I went to forest, like they were because the forest I went, the in the Kerala forest, there are good number of elephants and good number of tigers and leopards. So we were actually worried, like because especially because of elephants, like a good population of elephant is there. But the person came with me. He's from the indigenous community. He told like, "Don't worry, sir. The tiger is there to protect us. So don't worry. So we are praying to tiger. Tiger will take care." So like that, it's part of our culture. Like even part of our belief and so many way we are connected to this species. And if you see from individual civilization, this series. So in that you can see many animals, including the tiger if you give a full consideration on that. And also, it's a festival in Kerala. We call this as a Puli Vesham. Puli means tiger uh, in South India. So, like that, we are connected even in the religion and all, like different books and all. You can see that. So that is a historical connection. So first I discuss like how important tiger is. So you may have a knowledge, but I just wanted to give a little more information how important they are as a like a umbrella species or something. So now we will discuss past and present distribution. So the question I asked like how many species? So species we have only Panthera tigris only, but if you see the subspecies, what's the difference between subspecies and species? Species means they can interbreed and they can make fertile, what do you call, offsprings, the next generation. So, like that, we can call as a species. Subspecies, in a very simple terms, that they will be isolate. I mean, they will be what you call a different population, and also what you call they will have morphological different characters, but they will be able to interbreed. Okay, but usually the population will be what you call in like distinct populations will be there, and their characters will be different. So like that, we have now six subspecies of tigers globally, and used to be nine subspecies. So in the last century, we lost three among the nine. Okay, so in this you can see this. I mean the light area. These were the tiger historical. These are the tiger historical distribution, and this red color is the present tiger distribution globally. And we have tigers in these all countries, but their distribution in 100 years, I mean distribution shrink like this, the historical and the present distribution map. And these are the subspecies we have now globally. So all of you know, like which one is ours? Bengal tiger. I mean, ours in the sense. Sorry, in India, of course, we have an international community today here. In India, we have a Bengal tiger, and we have a Amur tiger. You can see them in Russia and Chinese part. And we have a Indo-Chinese tiger. They are in captivity and wild. We are believing they are there. And there is Sumatran, South China tiger, and Malayan tiger. So these are the subspecies, and these are the subspecies we lost. So you can see the years 1970, 1940, and 1949. That was the last individual we lost from the world. So from the photo itself, like you can make like how we lost it. Okay, because of us only, because of poaching only, because of what do you call like continuous hunting. So there is a number. If you Google, you can see 100 years of time. We lost almost 95% of tiger population. So there were a lack of a number of tiger, 1 lakh number of tiger globally, and now we have just 5,000 tigers. Okay, so that way the population reduced because up to 1950 and all, like even globally, people didn't have a proper idea or proper knowledge or proper policy that like these carnivores are also required for our ecosystem. They didn't know. It is not like they were bad people or something. They didn't know like what is the role of carnivores, what is the role of this all species and ecosystem in our life. Like now the tiger is endangered, and Schedule One, and like their population have a, I mean, as per our data, especially from India, the number of tigers are increasing, but still there is a lot of threats, including poaching, habitat destruction, and their poaching of prey animals, and also human-tiger conflict. So these all things are increasing. Though the government, NGOs, and the people are trying to protect the species, still they are facing all these what do you call threats globally. Sorry. So these are some photos I downloaded from Google. You will also get these like all were in news. The forest department seized this many tiger skins and the body parts and all. So there is an international market, international trafficking, international market is happening, and for that the tiger is being poached. Like how cruel it is. This is the trap that most of the people use, especially in summertime. So that time the water will be in very few areas. So it's 100% tiger will come there for water, and they will get trapped in this. And these are the big game hunting stories. So I told you how we killed our all that, we in the sense that we the human, like how we lost our tiger population. So from the photos itself, like you can what do you call? You will get an idea how bad it was. So still in some of the countries, including Africa and all, like trophy hunting as a hobby, people are killing even legally the wildlife. So in 8050 and up to 9050, we also had this thing, and the Europeans and Indians, all the rich people, and all were removing tiger from our ecosystem. And not only tiger, elephant, leopard, cheetahs, all. Yeah. And in this, see, that's a picture will give you more information than words. Okay, so you can see these 8 tigers. It's a single time thing. It was like a one time, what do you call, visit to our forest. So you can see this photo is not even complete. There may be 10 or 15 or 20 or 30 tigers. Okay, and this video I can play you. This is there in YouTube. So it's like how uh, they used to hunt tigers. So you just see the video. The army will go inside or the police will go inside. So they will locate it. Yeah. So you just see the video. I'll bring a water. Yeah. Sorry. One second. Yeah. So that was the video, and so I will I will go to the next slide. So up to 1970, we didn't have proper what you call management system to protect our species tiger. So in 1970s, the the prime minister or the government came up with the Project Tiger, and they launched exclusive project for tiger conservation. Okay, yeah, one second. Yeah, give me 1 minute. Yeah, sorry for that. So we launched Project Tiger. So by the Project Tiger, we started like concentrating on the protection of tiger. So like now we have even entire system for that. So we have started tiger reserves for exclusive conservation of tiger and their ecosystem, and even we have special what you call authority like under MOF and CC Ministry of Environment and Climate Change, Government of India. We have even National Tiger Conservation Authority to take care of the Project Tiger and tiger conservation across India. Yeah, so that this was one turning point in tiger conservation in India. So now we will just discuss some ecological parts, some details about tigers. And tiger, like they're kind of very powerful species. Like maybe you have seen some videos, the way they catch their prey. So they actually stalk the species, individual. They won't, like a cheetah or leopard, they won't chase or kill. They will actually hide and they will stalk the species. I mean, individual that may be gore, sambar deer or a spotted deer or whatever it is. So they even the prey will like will not know like they are coming. So I will just play this video and you can understand how powerful they are. And so they have a very long, strong canine teeth, 5 to 7 centimeter long. So what they do actually, they will with a bite, single bite, they kill the prey. Okay, and they have a like very short, powerful jaws, and with the five claws on their forefeet, four on their hind feet, so that's their like morphological characters. And they can see some colors, like what do you call? They're like not like the humans, but they can see like some dark colors and all. But their kind of perception of color is limited. And the species to species, the kilohertz will be different. Between which kilohertz we can hear the human and what you call, if we compare human to tiger, that will be different. So that like that in tiger also, that is actually different. And if you see their life cycle or ecology of tigers in the wildlife in the nature, maximal lifespan of a tiger is 13, 14 years only. And if you keep them in the captivity, maybe 17 or like 18 maximum we can get. And up to 12 months or 1 year, we can call them cub. Okay. And 1 to 2 years, you can call them juveniles. And the tigers are solitary and they will actually leave from the mother after the year of 2 or the 2.5 years. When they are 2.5 years, they will leave for a new territory. You all know tigers have their own territory and their solitary animal. The males will have uh, separate territory. Females will have separate territory. Only the male and three female, like 2, 3 females territory will be overlapping. Otherwise, male to male territories will not be overlapped. And this is called the transient floating stage when the cub leave from or the juvenile leave from the mother for a new territory. So that is called a floating stage or transient stage. And after 3 years, we can call them adult. Okay. And if you see the life cycle, like in a tropical areas, we cannot tell properly like the mating season or breeding time. Okay, but it's usually from November to April, and all same like other cat species. Their gestation period is 103 days, and 3 to 5 cubs will be there. And I told you they have territory and they are what you call they will not share the territory, especially male to male. There is like a chance of conflict. Always there will be conflict if overlap happens. And they actually, though they are solitary, living solitary, they send their message properly through different like a format, maybe like what you call scratch, or if any other species come to their territory, they know there is another tiger there, like through territory marking or something. And if a new tiger come to their territory, they know there is another individual there. Yeah. So there are some questions. I will answer that after finishing the presentation. Yeah. And their parental care is very beautiful, highly like what like they keep them in a very safe place. And this is a video from BBC. I will just show play and yeah, so they will keep in such a place because though the tigers don't have natural predators, the cubs have. Okay, even a snake, a python can eat them, a leopard can catch them, other tigers can eat them, like other male tiger can eat them. Okay, the I told you the tigers are very powerful. Their canines are that strong and they're that powerful. A single bite can, I mean, kill a gore. Okay, so you know how fragile they are, the cubs. So, but during the parental care time, the female tiger take care of them very, very, very softly. So that's why I'm telling their parental care is like what you call that much upgraded. I hope you can see my slides. Yeah. Okay. See the with using the same thing they are without if what you call if it is a kind of bit more powerful. Yeah. So that is about that parental care thing. And but see, in tigers, one more behavior I will tell you. Even the mother eat their own cub. Okay, in the wildlife, I mean there are some behavior like that. Same like our home cat. If there is a weak tiger cub or something, even the mother tiger eat the cub. And I told you tigers are very highly territorial, and males maintain like strict territory, and female tigers will overlap territory with each other, and they will what do you call overlap with the male territory also. So there is a like a less conflict between female territories, but between male there will be like a I will show you what will happen if another tiger come to the in their territory. So this is again part of evolution. I told you they don't have natural predators, so there will be other reasons to control the carnivores population. So there will be a big conflict, fight, and the strong, powerful individual will take over the territory. And some of the places, this is another reason for the conflict. Old age and also the individual with injuries, so they can become like a conflict animal later. And the territories are different, like place to place. So now we cannot tell like exactly some number. It vary from 50 to 100 kilometers square. Because like I will tell you, some places even I have seen multiple male tigers in a single area. But generally speaking, male tigers won't what do you call share their territories. Adult male tigers. So that is about their 745. Okay. Uh, So now I will just discuss how we study tigers, especially in India and globally. One of the uh, like exercise we are doing. to conserve tiger or to study tiger. One is like counting tigers. Okay, like each year or in every 4 years. So in India, we have all India tiger estimation. So through that, we are counting tigers, and each year we will, I mean, each time we will see whether their number is increasing or not, uh, and what will be the reason. Like that, there will be a proper uh, report by NTC, a National Tiger Conservation Authority, including their prey species availability and all those informations. Also, habitat information will be there. So there is a 8 day protocol, like 8 days preparations or data collection. After that, there is a camera trapping. So like that, 30 days camera trapping. So there is a long exercises going on in India to collect information on tigers. So before, what we used to do to collect data on tigers, so we used to do pugmark method. Pugmark method is like wherever there is a pugmark of tiger, like what people do, the plaster of Paris, they will make it a liquid form and they will put in that what you call this pugmark. So we will get this. So there are some measurements. Based on measurements, like the people identify the individual tigers. So when if we want to know the number of tigers, we should what you call understand the number of individual tigers. But these have so many what you call negatives, because this method, place to place, the soil type, so many things actually have a role in that. Because the same individual can give different a pug mark with a different what you call measurements. So that's why now we are not following this. Now we are following camera trapping. Like we are using camera trap for identifying individual tigers. So in the tiger counting, I will tell you very simply how we do. There is a process called a protocol called 8-day protocol by Government of India. So in that, the first day, the same time, if we have uh, 1,000 square kilometer area, already government have grid. So now the grid size is 2 kilometer square area. Grid means equal parts of all the tiger areas. So all that equal parts, the trained staff will visit. So they will do a trial walk. So they will search for the signs of large carnivores. I mean, especially tigers, and also uh, like yeah, so that details will be collected. So after that, there will be a transect to study the herbivore presence and the vegetation studies. Okay, so that once that data collection is over, the government will have a proper idea where and all tigers are present. Then they will go for a camera trapping. So each grid, there will be a two camera traps, means a pair of camera traps. So why perpendicularly, like we have to keep camera trap to identify individual tigers. Why? I will tell you why. Yeah, because we can identify tigers through their stripes. Okay, tiger and leopards and all we can identify individually. Tiger through stripes and leopard through their rosettes. And individual to individual, like our fingerprints, it will be unique. Also, like in tigers, usually we take this region called flank region for individual identification. Okay, because the reason is like when they walk, these areas will be very intact. So that's why we are selecting this. So individual to individual, the stripes will be different, and also the right side and left side of a single individual also will be different, the stripe pattern. So that's why we want photo from right side and left side of the single individual. That's why we are keeping two camera traps perpendicularly. So the when tiger go in the middle of the two camera traps, we'll get images from both. Tiger, they choose road and river banks and open areas only. So there is a like we know the experts know which through which way the tiger actually walk. So we always, I mean, most of the time get the photo of tiger, and it is called flank region. That's we are using for identifying individuals. And there are so many camera traps. This is a camera trap. so many companies are there. This is a Kaddi Baxi, even brands are different. So these are automatic cameras with the sensors of heat sensors and movement sensors. So when any species or any movement in front of the like sensor, it will take photos. So photos we can set, photos and videos we can take. So usually we can keep for many days, like there is like closure period and all, like 30 days and all. We can keep in the field with alkaline batteries and all. So after that we can remove it. So all the photos will be saved in the memory card. So using that photos, we can identify individual tigers. And already government have the identified tigers. So there will be addition, there will be deletion each time. And yeah, so these are some camera trap images from my studies. And yeah, so just I put that. And yeah, so this photo is also from one tiger reserve taken by me. So you can see some elephants and all behind. It's a sub-adult. Yeah. So now, now I will just take questions. And there are some, I think already some people have put some questions. Uh, are tigers simply an animal eating carnivores or powerful one or more than that's a philosophy associated with them that the indigenous people understood and majority worship worldwide. For instance, tribal of South Odisha worship them as Duma. The movie The Susala had a high view of the Siberian tiger. Can you please throw some light? Uh, I mean, uh, many species, forest conservation, these beliefs have a good role. For example, I will tell you, not only tiger, like in South India, I think, so not only South India, in many parts of India and also outside country, there are beliefs, for example, sacred group, concept of sacred groups. Because of beliefs, we are protecting that ecosystem. And of course, in any habitat, or any like for indigenous communities and all that area is like their what you call they're part of that ecosystem uh, and uh, and they are like what you call whatever powerful they will have respect on that, for example elephant, tiger, leopard, and of course their respect and their uh, like culture, indigenous, their beliefs always supporting the tiger conservation. Yeah, and they are very what you call charismatic species, and yeah, all the culture and historically we can see them in the in our arts and all. Does inbreeding occur in tiger reserves? Uh, I mean, I think you mean inbreeding. I mean, in the small population, whether it's breeding is happening like that. Does it create a role? Does that or just avoid this in small population? I mean, now the tiger population is good, most of the tiger reserves, and it's not like a very small population. And if there is a very small population, there is a chance of uh, like breeding that will have a negative. Yeah, there is when the habitat shrink and when the habitat or the ecosystem is getting isolated from other areas, of course there is like a lot of chance for inbreeding, and it will give them genetically issues, and the next generations will not be healthy. I mean, yeah, it is happening. That is also one reason. And yeah, how do changing prey densities and habitat fragmentation alter tiger home range dynamics in tropical forest landscapes? And what implications does this have for long-term population viability? Yeah, I mean, it's directly connected to prey density. And some of the areas, maybe, in Kerala and all, in Wayanad landscape and all, the habitat is, the good percentage of habitat is gone, but adjacently there is two tiger reserves, and uh, that Wayanad landscape area is having good number of tigers, a good number of tigers, and but they don't have a prey population and they don't have even good habitat. So there is like a lot of human wildlife conflict because there you can see village and forest together. They're mixed. You cannot really distinguish the forest area and the village area. And it is altering their home range, even their territory. They're trying to adapt with the new system. Yeah, it's of course the fragmentation is altering their home range dynamic, and the pug marks of tigers, individual like human fingerprint. Tiger pug mark, there is, that's why I told in that method there are, we used to believe that we will, actually the problem is we cannot get the measurements through that method. Measurement will be different. The pug, the, what you call, the actual measurement will be unique sometime. We can identify at least individually, but the method using this, what you're taking that, uh, what you call pug mark details, soil to soil, habitat to habitat, the size will be different. If they go through a muddy area or they go through a sandy area, the both pug mark will be very different. Why do female tigers have large territory than male? No, if I'm right, females have a small territory. Female tigers have large territory. Of course, the reason is like males are kind of what you call more uh, like they don't share their territory with other male tiger, and female tigers actually overlap their territory with other female tiger and also with male tiger, so they can use more space. How long can a tiger live? I think I already discussed that. In the wild, in the nature, 12, 13, and captivity it can go up to 18 and all. Many indigenous people claim that tigers have a power of hypnotizing with their eyes. So people want to not make eye contact with them in case on spot one of us. Does this have any level of truth? That I mean, there will be beliefs, but whenever I had encounter with the tiger, uh, like the forest, when I was trekking, I mean, I didn't have any such experience. We had encountered from 20 meters and all. So they were just what they call, they are most tigers are actually very shy species, especially with humans and all. No, they will just avoid us. Like some wildlife, some conflict areas, it will be different. But normally, the tiger avoid you because myself or my colleagues, the forest department staff, if you ask, we have experience of that. So they usually avoid such conflict. And the man-eaters or by accident, the tiger, I mean, sometimes it will be a very close encounter. So that time, there is a chance of attack and a chance of issues. Yeah. And what is the role of zoos in tiger conservation? I mean, zoo in any species, it is important because before zoo used to be like a entertainment place. Now it is not like that. Tiger, I mean, zoos is a place for breeding. Zoo is a place for saving the what you call species with very small populations because we have to conserve at least small individuals. I mean, in the zoos. So now zoo concept is very different. Even we are studying species, their characters, and everything using the population in zoo. Yeah, zoos have a good role. Like for example, if we can breed them there and we can release them in the wild, the same we are doing with the wolf, vulture, and all. If you know, if you go to the zoo in Junagadh, Gujarat, So there we have this vulture, and also another zoo we have wolf breeding place. So yeah, we can. Zoos are very important for any species. Tigers are often called both keystone and umbrella in practical conservation planning. Which role is more scientifically significant and why? I mean, scientifically, both are significant, and also we can call them flagship. Means when we give awareness to people, we cannot tell like showing some one what you call snake or like some amphibian, some frog, we have to conserve these. No one will actually listen. When we show tiger or a hornbill or like elephant or a leopard, hmm, or like an what do you call uh, a mountain lion in USA or in the so like that some species we will get people to interact. So that's why yeah this all the terms are actually correct. Oh, I don't know the other messages I'm not able to see. Okay. With climate change altering forest composition and water availability, how do you anticipate tiger habitat use pattern shifting over the next few decades? I will tell you one example of climate change, how directly having impact. See, one of the main impact of climate change is sea level rise. We know we have tiger in mangroves, India, Bangladesh, and all in Sundarban and all. And of course, if the sea level rise, mangrove ecosystem will be gone. If we don't have mangrove ecosystem, the population of that area will be gone. Yeah, of course, climate change will have an impact. Let's say in Kerala, tigers often come out to the village. The government just tranquilizing them and send them back to the forest, only for them to come back. Villagers often term those tigers as manitor and want them to be killed. Basically, in one or the other way, they have become dependent on humans due to destruction. And, I mean, there are man eating. I mean, man eaters, and we have to. The conflict is a real. It's the real conflict. Is the human tiger conflict is there. So the government, the forest department, and scientists are trying to reduce it or manage it using different methods. Uh, like government, first of all, they have to give awareness and also uh, what you call different things to uh, the safety of humans are also important. So in a human tiger conflict area, government have to take care of that. For example, in Valpare and all, there are initiatives like if they see some tiger, they will send the message to everyone. It's like a one person report it, all will receive that information. That time they will avoid going that area or outside. So like that, we have to manage the conflict because the we have to come up with some solution to reduce our conflict issues. And of course, if there is some individual, for example, some very old individual coming for cattle lifting, sometimes government have to uh, catch it and move to the zoo. And in the it's not like we have to protect all the individual tigers. If there is an old tiger and it cannot even breed or it cannot even catch a prey, sometimes it is better to move them from there to a zoo. What method of conservation? Whatever we are following now, that is enough. It is like we have to strengthen our. We already have our very proper good legislation to conserve it. So we have to implement that. We have to make sure we are implementing it properly. So, and if we are keeping the ecosystem as such without disturbing, by stopping the disturbance from human activities, yeah, automatically whatever other conservation activities we are following now, that will help. And of course, our whatever forest left, we have to conserve it. Are you, as you said, tigers are now restricted to reserve forest. Does species distribution modeling have any significant impact on their range? You're asking if you do uh, distribution modeling, whether it will help the range conservation or range shift. And if you do distribution modeling with their presence data, yeah, you can know what areas can support tiger. How does regulated ecotourism influence tiger behavior and habitat use within core and buffer zones? Regulated ecotourism like have very minimum impact on tigers, negative impact. Because if it is a regulated, there will be very minimum. Of course, uh, when they see vehicles and human population, and if it is uncontrolled tourism, of course, there will be impact. Uh, and otherwise, if it is a regulated tourism, for example, there is 1,000 square kilometer, we are just keeping 10 kilometer square area for tourism, and other areas we are keeping without any disturbance. Of course, the tigers like can move to that area and this area, and they will be comfortable. I mean, like such a way we can see. Uh, the tiger the conservation means we can do with a minimum impact. That is our aim. Like we cannot be like kind of what you call extreme thing. We cannot do. We cannot tell like all the area we have to keep for conservation. Some area will be for development, and we have to study whether it is a sustainable or not. Yeah, but ecotourism, if it is regulated, properly managed, impact will be minimum. How can school children involved in the conservation awareness activities? Like school children, just give them information. The people who are living, I mean, the human modified landscape. I mean, people don't have a knowledge on that. Through Tiger, you tell them it's our duty to protect our ecosystem. Like not only like it's not like they have to go to forest and protect the forest. I always tell children like the conservation you do when you are not throwing a plastic to the road, you are conserving the ecosystem. When you are going to shop, when mom or dad tell you to buy things, if you are going there with a bag or a, what you call from your home, not taking another plastic bag to home, you are doing a conservation. Of course, awareness is very important, and we should start from school children. What is the effect of wildlife tourism that I already discussed? Or as we are getting images of black tigers from distant image. No, it's not a mutation. I don't know that this incident, but that may be because of melanin difference. Same like a panther, we can like melanized tiger only, not a mutation. I mean, it's a very normal thing. We no need to have any concern on that. It is just like a skin color because of melanin, I think. There are we have white tigers also. I mean, I don't know this the Simlipal Tiger Reserve thing. Maybe I can go through that and in group I can put. But normally that may be like a pigment difference only. Yeah, ecotourism is a complex subject. Yeah, separate analysis. Yes, yes, yes. Effect of mangrove forest, of course, we have in Sundarban, we have good population of tigers. How does one start getting hands-on experience when it comes to conservation work, especially in Delhi? See, Delhi, I will tell you, there is a paper on birds from Delhi. I think 300 species or 350 species, I think, if I'm right. You just put like Delhi birds and I think ponds plus in a Google Scholar, you will get a paper. So there are good ecosystem. It's not like always you have to go to forest to see anything. If you are able to do birding in your backyard, you are in the club. As an undergraduate student deeply interested in tiger conservation, how can I build the necessary field skills and secure hands-on experience projects related to tiger mountain habitat? There are many institutes, and after undergraduation, I suggest if you want a profession in this, you go for a post-graduation in wildlife. Then you can join in a reputed institutions like Wildlife Institute of India or NCBS or IAC or so many institutes are there. You can join there and yeah. And if really you are passionate, wildlife is like if you want, it's like your profession. You should be really passionate. Yeah, there is scientific evidence safari tourism alters predator-prey dynamics in tiger reserves. There will be, I mean, I'm not remembering papers on that. I can check and tell you. Recently, I visited Ratan Tiger Reserve and saw it a travel festival, so they are allowed for that day. But in actual scenario, it disturbs the wildlife. People coming via vehicles and all this. That all we have to manage. Sometime festivals and all will be there, and maybe it may one day. We have to do it with the minimum thing. Materials I can suggest in the group. 6 subspecies. More number is Bengal tiger only. I think 80-90% of total population is uh, this only. Uh, Bengal tiger only. India only we have maximum number of tigers. 3,200 and something tigers we have in India. The total population is around 5,000 only global. Yeah. So any questions? Otherwise, we can wind up. If the short-term field training program of world of sending of diagram mountain and camera trapping in Kerala. I mean, we do conduct. Recently, we have conducted an on-site program in Kerala. We were giving training on camera trapping and different biodiversity sampling techniques. And we are going to announce, we will announce again programs, and there are other organizations also. In Kerala, otherwise, Forest Department usually won't take any volunteers from outside in Kerala because trained frontline staffs are there in Canada Trap. Only there are biologists, like I was working in with the Kerala Forest Department. So again, we were giving again training for the frontline staff, forest staff, uniform staff. So they will go to field and they will keep the camera trap and everything they do. I think in Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, they are taking 1 days for their camera trapping. Some people wearing masks on their backside to avoid the attack from tigers. It's true. It's actually practiced in Sundarbans. Sundarbans, the people actually, especially the fishermen, they go to mangroves for fishing and firewood collection and all. So there were so many incidents. The tiger usually from front they won't attack. I told you from back they will stalk and they will come and bite. So when it was actually effective, like they were trying that in Sundarbans. Yes. Yeah,
Sir,
yeah. Thank you. So any other question? Otherwise, while senior is established, so how can connect to something to do? Why more tiger wildlife sanctuary is an established, how can connect to something to do? I mean, if it is allowed, there is people can visit. You visit the place and see what other species are there, and if you can do any awareness for that system, maybe with the forest department and all. Territories actually differ. Like if you see, uh, like it's 50 to 100, and it is very different. Like it's based on the prey availability, based on the habitat, based on other reasons. Some people were spiked belt around neck in Maharashtra. How effective this one? Let's especially for this dogs and all in Himalayan areas and all. I have seen for dogs they were giving this on their neck because to protect them from the leopards. For someone aiming to work directly on tiger research and conservation, would you recommend a master's in wildlife science, ecology, or conservation biology? Which specialization offers the most field exposure? I think in Wildlife Institute of India, there is a master's degree in wildlife. That is one option. Or in NCBS, there is a course, and yeah, that two things I can suggest you. When you want to go research masters, you get knowledge on different other things, how to do research, how to analyze data, how to write, and how to make questions. All those things are very important. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much, and thank you, CTBC, for the opportunity to talk. And other institutes, maybe I can suggest in group. These two are coming into my mind now. Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us. And hope you will please follow us in our all social medias. And yeah, thank you so much. Good night, all. Thank you. Thank you so much again.